Invite a Budget Blinds style consultant to show you how to transform your rooms just by changing your window coverings. Canada's #1 choice for window coverings. Visit budgetblinds.ca today.
This is Newcap News with Bart Pediasic.
Good evening. We begin tonight with grim news for those in Western Canada already battling dozens of wildfires. Predictions are that there will be more fires than usual this season thanks to El Nino. The weather pattern produces a warm patch of water in the Pacific every 2 to 7 years that reduces rainfall. This comes as a situation surrounding another wildfire is intensifying. The fire near the Cold Lake Air Weapons Range has grown to more than 20,000 hectares. About 2,000 employees were evacuated from work sites earlier this week. Now, fire officials worry winds may push the flames towards the facilities, and they're also worried that they won't get any help from Mother Nature. Well, the border city may be one step closer to a new casino as the Federation of Saskatchewan Indian Nations approves a proposed project by Little Pine First Nation. This is a plot of land that the First Nation hopes to set up their $20 million facility, including the casino. The plans would feature a 250-room hotel and a 1,500-seat convention center. Now, according to the city, a casino would still require approval from City Council. And Little Pine First Nation Chief Wayne Samaginis was not available for comment today. Now, they may be small and furry, but a tent caterpillar infestation is causing big headaches for homeowners and the city. The insects are trouble for trees, even fatal. As Narramanisa reports, if the caterpillars aren't taken care of soon and properly, there could be an even bigger issue later this summer.
This tree from there to there was covered with them just all on the bark. And then started noticing in the leaves when I looked up, there were some in the leaves, and then started noticing the eggs and all that they were already laying.
Tony DiCrescenzo had a furry situation on his hands. Now every single one of his trees were infected with tent caterpillars.
I was in the backyard with my son. We were just playing and my wife said, "What is that all over the trees?" Looked over at the trees and you could just see big patches of caterpillars everywhere.
This happened earlier this week, but Tony's quick thinking helped contain the infestation.
I had a cup this half full of them that I scraped off all the trees. I just took it to work. I didn't know a lot about them. Googled it, got some information from people at work, friends at work that knew about it, and they said use soap and water.
The creepy crawlers are causing quite the headaches for homeowners. Several Facebook threads on local groups have people asking and sharing advice on how to get rid of them. Now, some of these photos show the infestation in many parts of the city.
Before 9 o'clock, I had 6 people phone about tent caterpillars.
Over at Wickham Nursery Land, they are being inundated with calls. Wendy Wickham says if homeowners don't act fast, their trees could suffer a fatal blow.
It will kill the trees eventually because they defoliate. And then the trees have to try and grow a new set of leaves, and that takes energy. And they can't do that on a continuous basis, the trees.
Wendy has this piece of advice to get rid of the insects.
You can do a chemical or you can do a non-chemical. Non-chemical, pull them all off, squish them, mix it with water, throw it back on the tree because they don't eat their own kind.
Back at Tony's backyard, it's playtime with his son. Now, he feels safer knowing his son won't be in contact with the caterpillars, but his so-called second job isn't over just yet.
I'm on a daily caterpillar patrol now, I guess you'd call it. I come home at night and look for the caterpillars and spray them.
As for the city of Lloydminster, they tell Newcap News they are aware of the situation. Now, right now, they're dealing with it by pressure spraying the insects with water. Now, they are monitoring the situation and say that so far they have not seen any significant damage when it comes to city trees. Reporting from downtown Narramanisa, Newcap News.
Even as we enjoy the warm weather, the lack of moisture in our region is becoming an increasing concern for producers. In this week's agriculture report, Gerard Lampow finds out how one area cattle rancher is coping.
So at all times, we're only a couple weeks away from being in a drought.
Coming over with the original settlers, for over a century, the Mann family have ranched in this area, and they've seen many challenges.
It starts to wear on the nerves a little. I think it really started last August around this area, and we've just had a dry spell since. We've had some moisture in between, but it's been a long May now without getting any moisture, and we're sure looking for it.
Man has reduced his herd this year to about 1,200. He says area producers are nervous as they recall the drought of 2002.
We actually didn't get rain. We didn't seed any crops. We grazed weeds. We did everything we possibly had to get through it, and just it was a long old summer of just getting by. And I guess we got late rains and some canola grew late, and some people went ahead and made green feed out of that.
He says for now they have surface water and the water table in the area is high, but what about the impact on prices?
Numbers are down, prices are way up, and I mean it is expensive at the store now to buy beef, and that's a concern. I mean, we all want to make more money, but we need people to buy our product too. So the higher it gets, the more people are going to make other choices. I understand there's going to be a lot of hogs coming online through July and could drop our prices down a little bit.
The resolve of this fourth-generation rancher runs deep.
We've been through it before, and hopefully, rain will come soon enough.
Gerard Lampow, Newcap News.